Hi, this is Mr. Wonderful. Welcome back for another episode of Subsistence in our series where we build the profile. It is nighttime now, so we will have to hang around a little bit just to wait for daytime to arrive, so that we can start running around and see if we can collect more iron ore and copper ore and so on. So last episode we placed our we finished our staircase, which I'm quite happy about, but we probably will remove this recycler just simply because we need to put some stuff in there. I think we much rather will use the fabricator because that just is so much easier. We can let the generator run, we can put some power in the power unit, the storage unit, and then we can start up the fabricator that can fabricate some mass. So at the moment we do need, I think we need power still. We need power. We've got enough mass for the refinery. That's the first thing that we need to put down before we can do anything else. So we just need to wait. There's enough power now, so we can go get our materials to do the refinery. And as soon as that's been put down, then we can put some iron ore in there, and we can put some copper ore in there, and start refining those materials so that we can put in the BCU extender. It hopefully does what I expected to do. So we'll just have to wait and see how that's gonna go. Hopefully it'll work the way that we think. I believe it would. So let's just craft those planks that we require for the refinery and wait that out. We can start up the generator just to push the power so that we can get the power that we require. So we're still doing the planks, so we need quite a bit of those. So let's just wait for those planks, then we can put that thing down. So there's so much that we can still do. We also need to craft a key for those green boxes, supply boxes that we need a key for. For that we also require some of the metal fragments, so we definitely gonna do a few of those. So now we need to go back to the workbench to craft those materials that we require, the circuit board and that iron slab, so that's what we need to do at the workbench. So we're quickly going to do that, see what materials we require for that. So we need iron ore and we need copper, copper fragments and that. So that we can do when we've got that, when we've got it placed, and we're gonna put an iron first because that's what we require. So we're gonna put the iron in first, and then after that we will do the copper. because we need copper as well. So we're still waiting for those planks. As soon as that's done, then we can go ahead and craft the refinery. I didn't look. There might be an electric refinery also, though this one does use power also when it's on. Yeah, I can't remember seeing one. Right, so there's our refinery done. Yeah, and it's daytime, so the sun is busy coming up. Let's put the refinery down, and hopefully we have it nice and tight squeezed against the wall, and that there's no gap. Yeah, yep, there we go. Perfect. Right. So yeah, let's so what we need is we can turn this thing on. We can actually upgrade it to give us some additional burners, so to speak. But for that we need again metal fragments and copper fragments. Yeah, and we have one slot for now. So as we said, the first thing we're going to do is to just do the metal. Let's switch the lights off because we don't need them now. So let's get the iron ore, and we put the iron ore in there, and we'll have to do something while we wait for the iron ore to go. Wrong button, and there we go. And yep, we are busy refining. So yeah, the power looks to be, it's not using a lot of power, and if we have the generator running, the generator generates 1 power, and the refinery is using half of that, so we are still going up in power with the generator, so we're not losing any power. Next thing we need to do is to craft the pickaxe. It broke, the one that we had broke previously off camera when I was running around looking for materials. So that broke, so we just need to craft another one, and then we can go out and we can start running around and collect these ores. One of the things that we started early doing already was to collect the poles. So the poles we require and the circuit boards. So and I did a few off camera. We already have 11 iron fragments, so we might already have, we'll just have to wait. I think it's about 10 metal fragments that we need to wait for being refined, so that we can do the extender on the base with the BCU extender. I would, when I build again, that's probably in the next episode, we can have a look. Yep, there's another node sitting. It's a bit high, can't reach it, so we probably will have to jump and hit at the same time or something like that. No, wrong button. Right, let's see, jump and hit. That's probably how we're gonna get to it if we get our timing right. There we go. Yep, there we go, and there we go. Yeah, that's the way to do it. So yes, yeah, we need to run around and find those things. Here's some carrots for us. We need those. All these, as far as I can remember, we don't have any arrows. So these the rabbits and the chicken, they are safe for now until we start doing arrows again. And yeah, I thought I saw a node on here, but there's no node. But we can go up here and just look around to see if we can see any nodes from here. It looks like there's nodes on there, but they are pretty high up. I don't think we would be able to reach them. So that's too high for us, I believe. So yeah, in the meantime we can collect these fiber and other carrots, so that's good. We need those veggies as well, some fiber, some medical plants. We need to start those also. We've got quite a bit in our inventory, in our storage. Yeah, yes, copper. So it's another, I think we will, yeah, no, we definitely have to do the jump thing again and have our timing right. And yeah, I keep on, my timing is out. So yeah, there we go. There we go. No, out again. Jump and hit. Jump and hit. Jump and hit. Here we go. All good. So yeah, these are the things that we have to concentrate on for now to try and get as many as we can. And there is a supply crate on the left, but there's a bear, so we need to be very careful to make sure that we don't aggravate the bear. We do have our shotgun. I can't recall how many shots it'll take to kill the bear. In fact, off camera, while I was doing the collection of the materials for the refinery and all those, I actually went and I killed a boar just to see what they give. What I got from them was fat that we could render. We didn't get any. Oh, there's a bear. That thing is definitely chasing us, so we need to make a run for our lives so that he doesn't catch up with us. Yeah, so what I was saying, and we got some meat out of it. Pretty similar attributes, or what do they call it, that you get from other meat like the wolf meat. So nutritional values of the wolf meat. Right, so yeah, so the bear stopped chasing us. There it is. So yeah, so we don't want to play around with them at the moment. We may, when we do have our refinery going, and yeah, here's another supply crate. When we have the refinery going, we can maybe start looking at getting ourselves better weapons. Oh, another crate. Yeah, right next to each other. That's good. Yeah, so what I was saying is to look at maybe better weapons. Because the better weapons we have, we can then try and kill those stags, or yeah, and these bears. I think you might only just get meat from them from memory. I don't know. I can't remember for sure. Now look, that is why we need those keys. Right by our base again. These crates. So we might just potentially go. So it is almost west from the camp, or at the base. So yeah, we need to go back to base and see. There's a node. Let's just collect this node. Also, there's a a bore here, get that medical plant, get this node, and then we must go back to it, crouch, then you can hit it. Yeah, so we need to go back to our base, and I thought I saw a crate there, a supply crate, but it, probably saw the wolf, because I don't see any crates here. No, it was probably the wolf, the back of the wolf, and it was standing still that I saw. Now that's another thing that can happen. It can look from a distance that it might be a supply crate, but when you do get close to it, yeah, then you can actually see now it's not, that it is actually a wolf or a bear. Right, make our way back to the base, and hopefully we've got enough iron fragments so that we can do the key for that supply crate. It is pretty expensive. I think it needs about 18, if I remember correctly, 18 of those metal fragments, which is quite a stiff price. But yeah, those crates, yeah, they might be worth it. So we have 11 fragments, and then yeah, we've got 10, so we've got enough to do that key. So we just need enough power and mass. We're short on mass, so we just need to wait for the mass. We could potentially start the mass fabricator if we need to. I think that's probably the best thing we can do. We also just need to make sure that our fire is going, and then that doesn't die on us. And we also need to collect the iron fragments and the storage crate, and yeah, wait for the mass to reach where it should be. We can, as I said, we can potentially start this up to get the mass up. Now it will use the power, but it's quicker to do the mass with the fabricator and get to the point where we need it to be using the fabricator, because we can switch the fabricator off and then we can start the generator that can generate power a lot quicker. So that's what we go for. So at the moment we try and just get our mass to what we require. I think it's about 75 that I can see there. I have, when I was playing, I was recording at the same time, and I was talking through the game. Yeah, and when I came to the editing of the video, yeah, there was just no sound. So yeah, this is done afterwards. So that's why sometimes what I'm saying doesn't really tie to what's happening on the screen. But yeah, that was a lesson learned. Make sure that before you start recording, test and see if there's any activity on your microphone. So Mr. Wonderful learned a valuable lesson. Right, so now we just need power, I think. Yes, so we just need to potentially go and start the generator. I think it might be started already. I'm not completely sure. I think it is, to be honest. Yeah, when we have that key, then we can run back to where we saw that crate, and then hopefully hopefully that will be worth it. Yeah, we've got our power, we've got our mass. Let's do that, the key. We might do maybe another 1 or 2 of those keys, and just have them one sitting in the chest, and maybe we can run around having one on our inventory. And when we do die, hopefully it's not too far away from our body. There's copper, so let's just get this copper quickly because we need copper also for some of the components for the BCU extender. But first of all, let's go back to find that crate. There's a wolf. We just need to make sure that we miss him. Collect the fiber on our way to this crate here and see what this baby has in it. Hopefully it'll be a good crate for us. Unlock. And just look at that. Metal fragments. There's even a piece of steel, 3 of them or 2 of them. There's adhesive, and there's 20 of the metal frags. There's already copper frags. Yeah, that was a good crate. We almost got back the resources we used to craft the thing. So I think that was a very good payback for us. That crate. I think it really did good. It almost gave those that we used back to us. That was a good crate. But let's put everything back into the storage crates, because we don't want to lose these things now. So rather be safe than sorry. We don't want to die with all these things on our body. That's for sure. Right. So what we need to do, after the iron fragments, I think we have enough iron fragments on us. We can potentially stop the refinery from doing iron and put some copper in there. Our nails are actually picking up quite nicely. So that's good. To see our feathers, we have quite a number of feathers. As soon as the seasons start to change and starting to become winter, then we will potentially start having to craft clothes that will get us through winter. So I'm going to move the fire starters to the crate closest to the stove, because we are running out of space here for the stuff that we have here. I might later on also move all the parts that we require, like those, what we require in the workbench. We might potentially put another crate either underneath the workbench or someplace around there, so that when we do work with the workbench, that we've got everything right there. That's why one of the reasons why I put the refinery where it is right now is because of the workbench and the stuff that we require to craft would be those fragments and the refinery. And that's the reason why I put the refinery there, and that's also the reason why I'm thinking we might just put a storage crate under the workbench if we can, or next to it. We probably will just then have to move it, but we'll see how that goes. So we're going to go out and about again, trying to find these ores, and always collecting these medical plants and these fibers, because we require lots and lots and lots of these things to extend the base. We are actually now in a position, if we have all the materials required, to craft almost, I wouldn't say everything, maybe almost everything around the base. In other words, creating some glass doors, glass walls, glass windows, glass windows. Can you get a window that's not glass? Yeah, there's an 11. So what we require, we can't see it here. We need to go back to the workbench just to see how much we require for now. There, so we need iron fragments for that, and we need copper, and that's for the metal bar. And then we would also need, I believe, for the circuit board, we would also require copper. So we need metal fragments for the bar, and we need metal fragments and copper. And then for the circuit board, we only need copper. So yeah, let's get some copper, put the iron back, and then we put some copper in there and start refining some copper, because both of these things requires copper. So yeah, it's actually what I want to see here is how much fragments do you get per one node. That would be interesting to see what the ratio is. Is it a 1-to-1, or is it less, or is it, yeah. Let's just, it might take a little bit a while to see what that's going to be. Yeah, so our power is almost the generator has died on us. It ran out of fuel, so let's just fill it up and start it again, so that it can produce this power, so that we can refine. Now that's where we really would need those turbines and the solar panels, because then these type of things won't happen where we would run out of power. Make sure that we've got enough power supply, power storage units, and fill them up. Even if we have to, in the beginning, just place a lot of these small generators just to generate power to fill those things up. Yeah, and then we can kind of maybe break them down and make use of the reason why I make use of solar panels and the wind turbines. At night, obviously, your solar panels would not produce anything because there's no sun, and then that's where we use the wind turbines. Then they can at least produce some power during the night. Yeah, so we need some food, so let's just get this wolf, and it's not too far away from the base. Yeah, he's sniffing around. He's sniffing and growling. He's sniffing. Yeah, no, he's not a happy chappy. Come to Papa. We need you. Come on. Hello. There we go. And yep, one shot kill. Now that's something that we would not be able to do with a base. And the problem with I think it takes a second or two to reload the gun after the first shot, and that's why it would be very difficult to try and kill a bear without putting ourselves at risk. So this bear dropped cloth, fat, and a piece of meat. So we do another one and see what this one gives us, because there's another one up here somewhere. Where did we see that wolf? I'm pretty sure it was more to the left. Must be somewhere around here. Yep, there it is. So yeah, we need them both because we are very low on food at the moment. And yeah, he's gone. So let's see what he has to offer. And then we need to go wash our hands before we get infected. I've noticed we don't necessarily have to. Oh yeah, so there's liver and there's meat and then there's the fat. No cloth though. So some of them drops cloth and some of them just supply crate. We would never say no for that. Yeah, so what I was saying, you don't necessarily have to press E to wash your hands when you go into the water. If you go deep enough into the water, I've noticed, without even having to, there you go, like this, you don't have to press E on your keyboard. And another thing, I can't remember if I mentioned it before, but to open the inventory is kinda. Now I don't know how many other games use the key to open the inventory. So normally it would be I on the keyboard, but in this case you have to press tab, the tab key on your keyboard to open the inventory, so you can see what's in there. And I know there's some games that that you need to use the tab key. Right, so let's put all these meats in there. We are we've got no protein whatsoever, so we will have to potentially eat all the meat that's in here. Then we can also do the fat, and we can extract the fat from there. Wait for the meat to cook so that we can have that, and luckily we are sort of halfway with our vegetables, and that's what's keeping us from getting hungry. But yeah, we need to get that meat done, and I'm pretty sure it'll take us to almost full, if not full, eating all the meat. I see we've got one arrow in our inventory, so we can potentially kill either a rabbit or a chicken. A rabbit for the cloth and chicken for the feathers. Now we will later on in the series build an area, especially when we can water the plants automatically. We will build kind of an area where we can place a lot of these plant, where we can plant the foods for us. So potentially, because when we start looking at having chickens and things like that, domestic animals, then we require some vegetables for them. So another thing that I've noticed in the workbench is that we can actually go and upgrade our guns, and there are 3 options that you can see there, of which we might want to upgrade the weapon. So we might do this one first and see how it helps. Otherwise, I don't know, these weapons here, that's in here, I don't know if you can upgrade them. I would like to think so. Right, so we've got 9 copper, and I think that's enough for what we need for both the iron slab and for the circuit board. So we need those planks, and let's go see if we can do both of those. Yeah, first of all, obviously we need to go and craft the that iron slab, and we need one of those slabs for the BCU, and we need one circuit board. So yeah, we've got enough of that, and then we can do, so we need, yes, we've got enough copper, we just need of the electronic components and 2 pearls. Then we can craft that thing. So let's go collect those things, the electronic components and 2 pearls, and then we can go back and we can craft that for us. Yeah, I think that is it. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, we only need 1 circuit board, so yeah, we've got enough materials for 1 circuit board, and let's do that. And now we can do our BCU extender. That's to say if we have enough power and mass to do so. So let's just collect the circuit boards and put that into our inventory, and let's go back to see if we have what we require. We need that, obviously. If we have enough power and mass to do our BCU, no, we need both. We need power and we need mass. So we can switch this thing off for now because we've got enough of what we require, so we can put that back in here. That is off. Yeah, we just now have to wait it out so that we can have the power and the mass to build the BCU. So then yeah, that will be the end of this episode as soon as we place that BCU extender. Yeah, and then we can really start to think going forward what our next steps might be. Potentially might be to just finish off the base and build the base, the main base, where we want to put all the stuff that go inside, like the refineries, the stoves, the ovens, all those things that go inside, that go inside the base. And then later on, when we start looking at doing the plants, when we do where we can plant the vegetables, an area for that, so we can start building that, plan that out, and then an area for where we can actually put our chickens in, and plan that out. But yeah, in order for us to have chickens, and a lot of them, is to have a lot of those vegetable plots. And in order for us to have that, we have to have automated water, so that we don't have to run around and keep on having to put canteens of water on those plants. Otherwise, we will be busy watering the plants probably every episode right through, from the beginning to the end. Now, for these arrows, we need those eagles. But in order for us to get those eagles, we potentially would have to be able to get on some kind of a cliff. We also need to be able to, the crystals, I believe, would be in the caves under the water. And for that, we would need to go and craft the diving something to do with diving, and that the diving thing is on the BCU. Yeah, what's it called? Diving tank, is it, or something? And that about that. Yeah, I think it's a diving tank, but yeah, that's what we would require. Otherwise, we will just die. We will be too deep, and we won't be able to make it. So, and we don't want to die unless we are going in with nothing and see if we can find it. And then if we then die, it's pretty close to the base, and we do have our bed, so we will respawn at the base and not far from the body. So if we die already collected the crystals, we might just be able to find it on our body if we die. But I think we're going to do it the proper way. It might take a longer time for us to get there, but it's just the right way to do it. Take our time, craft everything we need to craft in order for us to get what we need to do. So we're just waiting for the power and for the mass to come up to the level that we require it to be in order for us to craft the BCU. Yeah, it's starting to become daytime. We ate the food, so we are pretty much almost full on our protein as well. So yeah, we still are waiting to see. We only need mass now, so we can just have to wait for the mass to get to enough so that we can craft this BCU range extender. And as I said in the next episode, we can actually look and see where we are at and how far it actually extended the base that you can build. Yep, so we're still waiting for the mass. Yep. So yeah, as I said, now look at all those things that we now can start to do, the glass frames and the glass walls and all those. That's really starting to come and rich for us because we now have the refinery. Yeah, so I just want to give a huge shout out to my subscribers, for every single one of them. It's one step closer to our goal. And I am so thankful to all of you and so appreciative of all of you, because you guys are helping me out tremendously. Yeah, and feel free to leave comments and what you guys want to see. If there's anything that you want to see or what you want to hear, what we need to talk about, feel free to add in the comments, and I will see to it that we do those things for you guys. Because at the end of the day, the content is for you guys. You guys need to like it, and yeah, and if you guys like it, yeah, please feel free to talk to your friends and spread the word. Let them like and subscribe and grow the channel. Right, so we built the base extender and we placed this thing down, and I had a look to see if we can actually go into this thing, but we can't. So yeah, that is it for this episode. We have achieved what we wanted to achieve, and that's to put down the base extender or the BCU extender. Yeah, we've achieved that. We placed our refinery. So from now on we can start refining the materials, the raw materials, the raw iron, the raw copper, and the raw zinc. Some of the things do need that as well. So what we can do for now also is just to put down some walls here. Yeah, I was thinking in this area here where the opening is. Originally I said that I want to put a window there, but I'm thinking of actually putting a doorway in there and make it sort of a balcony with a some railings around, so that you can go and see and go and stand on the kind of porch inside, outside on the roof of the door, and have a look around. That is the plan. So we're placing down this window. We're going to place another window down on this side, and then we do 2 solid walls. So the window will be here, but we just need to make sure that it's in line, that it's not out of place. So that's we just need to make sure that we place it at the right place, right on that line there. Looks like, yep, we nailed it. So, and then we can do, so we need 3 solid walls, and then that will be it. But I think this is about what we can do on this episode. We need to do a few planks, and I think we just I think we're going to stop it for this episode here. Yeah, and I will put the planks in the storage crates, and we can craft those walls and the rest of it in our next episode. We might in our next episode concentrate more on building out the base and completing the base, the main base, and then after that we can start looking at what we're going to do next. So once again, guys, this is all for now. So yeah, please like and subscribe to the channel and spread the word so that we can grow our channel. And yeah, I appreciate you guys a lot. See you next time. Bye for now.